What the figgity fuck is up, gamer? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to
To turn off your recording.
Podcast. Welcome back to the JAMSports podcast. We're gonna go over Week 5 predictions, and
Your mic has just lost
Week
you
5
fully.
predictions, and reaction to predictions. Let's get through it. I don't have May's predictions because I forgot to write it down, so I'm gonna write it down this week for May next week. So
What do you mean? All of the teams that I picked won, and all the teams that I didn't
Exactly.
pick lost.
May was actually perfect, and you can't tell me otherwise.
whatever.
Like a certain season I remember being perfect. But anyways, how we doing?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can't tell you otherwise.
Let's get straight to Thursday Night Football, the most boring game I have ever seen in my life.
Wait,
You clearly did not watch the 2020 Giants. I mean the 2021 Giants. I forgot what year it is.
I think
all
I
the
would
Giants
take
years kind of just roll in together into the same
Exactly.
like.
I'm gonna
Since
be honest.
2016, I haven't had a soul.
I think I would take the 2020 Giants over the Broncos this year.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Russell Wilson.
Go watch that Bears game last year. Watch it in its entirety. Don't skip
Yeah.
ahead. Don't speed it up. Just trust me.
When he said he'd rather have have the Giants or whatever. You know that meme of the guy running and the black guy like pushes on his chest and goes, "No, stop!" Like that's
Yeah.
just like, no. You don't want any of that.
You don't want to live what I had to live through.
Anyway,
wait, who was on
picked the
Thursday night
Broncos
though?
to
I
beat
gotta
the
remember.
Colts,
Colts
and
Broncos.
that was a very bad decision.
That I remember I watched the ending of that game and you were like streaming, dude. Both of those offenses literally were just like, oh my god, they were like wet cement. Like it was just, goodness gracious, I hated that game. It felt like it just went on, and I didn't know
Yeah.
who wanted to win less.
And then it just had to keep going. Like, come on.
Yeah. Football, am I right, guys? It sucks.
The one time more football made me want to die.
We're actually cricket fans. We don't even like NFL. This is all just a big ruse.
Yeah.
Just
I only care about baseball. I'm only here to make football sound boring.
Meanwhile, Alex, what are you doing there, buddy?
my mic.
He's
We're good. We're good.
Is it a little
We're
bit?
good.
Is it? Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
falling down.
okay.
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. All right. I took the Broncos over the Colts. Why is my camera? That was stupid. I'm an idiot. I should have trusted in the Colts to be slightly better than the Broncos because the
Exactly.
Broncos' offense is hot bajugula juice, and that's all I gotta say.
Well, both teams
You
had
should've been-
opportunities to score like a million times. Well, I only watched
Yeah,
the second.
no,
and
it
third
was
half.
no. Both teams had so many chances to score, and they fucking blew
Alex,
it.
you should have been smart like me and picked the Colts. Smart like a guy that willingly chooses to spend his entire life following the New York
No.
football Giants.
You want to know the
You have 4
Giga Chad
Super Bowls,
move?
all right? You're fine. You're fine.
The Giga Chad move was to pick the refs like I did. That's why I never lose.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would have been the correct
Won.
pick in the Bucks game.
All I'm saying, yeah, you won that Bucks game in a landslide.
Did you put money on that?
No,
Refs-
I can't bet. I can't. Betting is
Refs
21.
100. Refs 100. Bucks 5. Falcons 0. I don't know.
Deadass.
After the game, the refs just do that thing where the guys like run and jump at each other with their shirts off. Go Refs, go Zebras.
They definitely had money on that.
100%. Bro, there are some plays that, like, every time I see them, I'm like, dude, there's no way that shit's not rigged. Like, there's no way in hell.
But at the same time, if it was rigged, there's no way in hell they put that Broncos Colts game on Thursday night.
Oh,
way
no,
the
there's no
Broncos
way.
are this bad. If the NFL rigs anything, they would want to make Russell Wilson look good in prime time.
That is very much true, but I still think that Russell Wilson is a wash.
What, the anti-Kirk Cousins? He's only good in primetime?
No, because he was ass in prime time this week.
I mean, he wasn't that terrible.
He was bad.
No,
bro.
Russ.
He was bad.
Like
He was garbage.
listen, Jack. As a Russell Wilson enthusiast, and trust me, I got laughed at both of you, and I'll take my punches where it's due. All right, because I said that him going to the Broncos with a good offensive line and good receivers was going to be dope, and you guys laughed at me, and I'm saying as a Russell Wilson truther that he looked. He's not a bad quarterback, but dude, on Thursday night, like I don't. It felt like he crapped his pants
May,
and he was sweating and he was tired. He just fell over. Like he could have died. Like it was, bro. Like
May,
it was just.
have you
I don't know,
watched a
dude.
single Broncos game?
I watched that one.
Cause he's been asked the entire season.
I like Russell Wilson. He just. I really want. I wanted to believe in him.
Broncos country.
He has been dog shit. Him saying Broncos country, let's ride, cursed him. It fucking cursed him.
Let's ride to 8-8.
If even.
Yeah.
Dude, they're gonna go like, well, how many wins they got? Two?
Ooh.
This is one of the few cases where I think that firing a head coach year one would like make sense.
Literally, bro, their offense is abysmal.
Like Hackett looks so out of place. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Can
Anyway.
we talk about a brief moment? My I'm laughing at my like phone screen moment of the day. Can we talk about Matt Rule officially getting shown the door?
Hold on. We're gonna get when we get to the Panthers game, we'll talk about Matt Rule. Hold up. Slow your roll. All right. Next game.
Let's ride.
I had the hot take of the century, and it was right. I am the GOAT of predictions. I picked the Giants over the Packers, and the Giants actually beat the Packers. Now,
Look.
part of me was just memeing the shit out of the Giants for being 3-1, but they actually went ahead and beat the Packers.
Hey,
We
I
need to
picked
kill-
it.
Can we talk about how like the Patriots trying as physically hard as they can, we lose a quarterback, and then we get Bailey Zapp, and we literally like we're like that meme of that guy with the vein in his head, like with a red face, trying as hard as we can, and we still
So fun.
can't beat Aaron Rodgers. But the Giants are just like, damn, this glue tastes pretty good, and then they fucking beat him, and I'm just like, how do the Giants just constantly do that?
It's the
I'm
Packers,
so
bro.
like,
The Giants own the
All
Packers.
all I'm saying is Daniel Jones has played good football the last 3 weeks.
Bro, dead ass.
like
First two, he looked pretty bad.
Is Daniel Jones going to be playing good football in a Giants uniform in a year or two?
Next year, probably.
Yeah,
Honestly,
he's
I think they
definitely
bring him
getting
back if they
extension.
can get him cheap.
Yeah.
But like he's played his way into that with that offense. Not like a big deal. Definitely not a long-term extension. But like okay, you showed us something. Here's another year. Prove it, kind of thing. At least
Blake Martinez is punching Aaron.
Dude, how did he move to a worse team after leaving the 2021 New York Giants? Anyway,
Wait, who did he go to? Who did he go to? Who did he get signed by?
Raiders. To go back to Packers.
he went
Makes sense,
to
good for him.
he went to the Josh McDaniels experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
just
again.
to his ass.
But the Giants, among teams with 4 or 5 wins, have the best. Like their opponents have the highest cumulative record, or they're tied with the Vikings.
Who?
They're the only. So there are 5 teams with 4 or more wins. Yeah.
Okay.
Possibly more with the Chiefs later. The Giants' opponents, 13-12.
Yeah.
The Vikings' opponents are also 13-12. All of the other teams with as many wins, their opponents have a losing record overall. So
So what you're saying is the Giants are fucking legit.
I'm also saying that they've now beaten the number 1 seed from both the AFC and the NFC from last year. Granted, both teams got significantly worse, but I don't know, man.
So when do
This
we
is-
lose
Yo,
in
the
Super
Giants
Bowl?
are him, bro.
What?
When do we lose in the Super Bowl to them?
This year?
In like 5 years. If they make it past
No,
the wild
this
card
year.
round, I'd be shocked. But
This year, bro.
Fucking-
This
okay,
year.
I don't know.
Giants beating the
They ha-
Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Then again,
If
everyone's talking about how Rodgers has no receivers. I would trade any day of the week. I would trade fucking David Sills, Richie James, practice squad elevation Marcus Johnson got the most snaps at receiver for the Giants. Nope. Colin Johnson is on IR and is hurt for the season. I think.
Oh,
He might be
damn,
coming
all
back,
6'5"
actually.
of him.
But he got hurt in preseason. But no, Marcus Johnson got
Damn.
elevated.
Would you
Practice
take?
squad no name, and Darius Slayton. They had 4 receivers on the roster. None of them should be on an NFL roster coming into that game. And all the excuses are Aaron Rodgers has no one to throw to.
Would Randall Cobb be a #1 receiver on the Giants right now?
By a million.
Oh, 100%. 100%. That's not even a
And
question.
Randall Cobb is 32.
Yes, and he would be head and shoulders above anyone the Giants have to throw the ball to.
I love Randall Cobb. I just
His
want to let that
eyes
be
are
known.
insane.
Wait,
Every time they show him
really?
on screen, yeah.
Wait. Oh my God. Yeah, they're like, yeah, that's cool. They're like bright. Yeah, that's dope
Yeah.
as fuck.
Anyway, onwards.
So when WEN, when Steelers?
Later.
Later.
Let me live.
All right.
Let me live.
Next game: Lions, Packers.
Nope.
Whoa, Lions, Patriots. Shit.
Okay.
Lions,
so,
Patriots. Now hold
One
up.
second.
Hold on. Let me take my L real quick. I did say that the Lions were gonna blow up the Patriots.
Aha.
And I was indeed wrong, and it was exactly the opposite. Now, in my defense, the Lions had the most points per game, but they were playing absolute ass cheeks of a defenses the first 4 weeks of the season. So, maybe I was wrong. Yeah. All right, continue. Go.
I mean, Belichick owns Jared Goff. Anyway.
Yeah. So let me just.
You mean the GOAT, Jared Goff? Like, bro, what?
Let me just tighten my bow here on my chest. So yeah. So basically, I said in our group chat on Sunday. This is a real Patriots take. I'm not one of those people. Destroys out. Listen, we got like 5. We have, well, 5 and now 4. I think we have 4 like semi-medium opponents ahead of us, and then we have to play the Bills and a whole bunch of difficult teams. If you want a realist, I was expecting, and I said this in the group chat, and you guys can back me up here. I was expecting a full-fledged, not like a high-scoring like Kansas City Chiefs 2018 Rams, where it's like 40-40, but I was expecting a good fight, like a good dog fight. Anybody can win. I was really shocked when I was I totally was not like watching the NFL from a non-NFL source on my iPad, and I had it next to my desk, and I looked at it, and it was like it was like 29-0, and I was just like, what the hell? So like I watched it, and I kept expecting Jared Goff to throw, because he throws a, I'm not saying he's like perfect ball, but I was expecting him to throw a touchdown. He never did. He got really close in the fourth quarter, and he threw a pass, and the receiver got right in front of the end zone, and I think Kyle Duggar or Jack Jones like ripped him right away from getting into the end zone, and it was like a fourth down. They refused to kick. So yeah, in all honesty, if you want to look at position groups, special teams, Bill Belichick with Joe Judge is going to be great. It was fine. And then you have the defense played, I would say, 8 out of 10 football. They played pretty lights out football. Offense, everyone is expecting Bailey Zapp to look great. Honest opinion, he looked average to above average. I don't think he got. I think the offensive line played their hearts out, because if I remember a statistic correct on Reddit, that he didn't get sacked once in that entire game. And so Ramondre Stevenson was that offense for a good portion of the game. He literally he sat down like in the 50-yard line, and homeboy just feasted for an entire quarter. Like the third quarter, they literally just went, "Hey, just give him the ball and see what happens," and he just kept feasting. But yeah, we looked good. I think we're going to, what is the Brown Stadium called again, boys? I forgot the name of it.
I don't know.
We're going to,
Just say
I
the
don't
Brown
remember the
Stadium.
name.
The
Brown Stadium, whatever it's called. But yeah, we're gonna, that'll be a semi-good test. I think, was it Jacoby Brissett's playing? Is Deshaun back?
No, not till late.
What? Man.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know
it's
when
not
he's
till
coming. I don't
it's
know when
not till like week 11 or 12 or some shit.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, we'll
Just in
be
time to
playing.
play the Texans, if I remember right.
Yeah,
Which
no,
is
he comes
hilarious.
back the week they play the Texans. Yeah,
Definitely not intentional.
100% not
Roger
intentional.
Roger Goodell. Just it's just like drinking orange juice like Bill Belichick. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna play the Browns, and the Browns don't like us. If you watched last season, that was Jacoby Myers' first ever like touchdown, and he injured a valuable player in the process. My condolences to that player. I hope they're better. But yeah,
Denzel Ward?
it.
Ooh.
I forgot. Like Jacoby Myers scored a touchdown. Like he mossed a guy, and then the defender got injured. But yeah, like I think there was there might have been a small fight that game. Like the past couple of Browns meetups, they do not like us. So I am
I'm gonna
sort
be
of
honest.
biting
I
my
don't think any team does.
yeah, well, yeah, obviously, I mean, yeah, you see their matchups with the Steelers. Good God, like, I feel like every match. Feel free to correct me, Jack. Every matchup I've seen, is there always a fight? Every matchup between the Browns and Steelers, because I feel like that's what I just see
Oh
every
yeah,
time.
I mean, that's just
probably.
AFC North football, man. I,
the,
I,
the
I don't know what
Black
to
Air
tell
Force
you.
energy.
The
Just
Browns,
guy, just guys
the
being guys.
Browns, the Browns want to be hated by the other AFC North teams. Steelers fans, from what I can tell, generally don't really care about the Browns. They don't love them, obviously, but they're the Browns, right?
Yeah,
Like they only really care about the Ravens, maybe the Bengals nowadays, on top of the Ravens. But Browns, like they want to be that guy for a team, and so the team gets scrappy. The fans are maybe one of the worst fan bases in sports, but I didn't say that.
I mean, I can give you
Um,
I'd agree.
230 million reasons why I don't like the Browns.
that's incredibly true.
But yeah,
I can understand that.
finishing off, and then I'll let you guys get back to it. We looked pretty damn good. Oh my God, Bill Belichick smiled in a press conference this morning. I'm dead serious. Go watch his He smiled at the end, and he was really happy. So shout out to
Like,
Bill Belichick, who's obviously watching this number one sub.
oh yeah, oh
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, you guys need to do better in all faces of the podcast. But yeah, shout out to Bill. We did really good. Hopefully, we're gonna be playing a pretty good football team in their stadium this coming week. Sunday's gonna be a banger, and yeah, that's pretty much it. On to more games.
All
Beg
right, so
y'all to
before
beat
we
the
get into
shit
the
out of
next game,
Cleveland.
what?
Wait, what'd you say, Jag?
I beg y'all to beat the shit out of Cleveland.
Yeah, please
It's either
fuck
we're
them
gonna
up.
get it's listen it's we're in a weird stage of the Patriots right now. We're gonna completely expose the Browns to the bone, where they look like a clown show, and you feel kind of remorseful, or it's gonna be
No.
like this really weird thing where the Browns like just keep scoring on us, and we're not gonna know what to do. Like we're either gonna get pantsed or pants someone. It's going to be a
May.
really weird game, but that's just going to be what it is. Hopefully,
May.
it's us
Nobody's gonna
eating
feel
them up.
remorse for the Browns. Nobody's
I
gonna feel
know,
remorse for the Browns if they get blown out. I'm sorry. No one's.
except for the
Anyway,
Browns fans.
if you're the
Yeah.
Browns, they're gonna hate it. Anyway, we're gonna skim. Oh, not really skim, but we're just gonna talk quickly about the next couple of games. I had the Chargers over the Browns. That's not even a question. It was kind of a close game, but I mean the Chargers pulled
Kind
out
of.
the win. It was 2 points. It was 2 points.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah,
very.
it was garbage time, wasn't it? Yeah.
did JC did JC Jackson play?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't care about J.C.
um,
Jackson. He's not.
yeah, he did.
Damn.
He did.
Not a lot
Anyway,
of noise
yeah.
coming. Yeah, not a lot of noise coming out of him after we traded him. But yeah, or got rid of him at least. But yeah.
Anybody? Any thoughts? Questions? No.
Nope.
All right.
Wait, did
I had the
Herbert
Jack.
look good?
What? I don't
Did
know.
Herbert look good?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Herbert looked fine.
I
I'm
don't
rooting
I
for
mean-
the guy. I hope he wins something.
Eckler had a really good game for him.
Dude, no. Dude, Justin Herbert is the next Philip Rivers dog.
Anyway, I don't
anyway.
want to dignify that take. So,
Dude,
let's
he
go.
plays with the Chargers. The Chargers can't build around shit. Anyway,
Okay.
dude, the Chargers are the number one offense and the number one defense when you
I
miss the
just
fucking playoffs.
I just want to talk about the Panthers and Matt Rule. I just want to talk
Anyway.
about the Panthers and Matt Rule.
Jaguars over Texans.
Fun.
I got that wrong. I had the Jaguars over the
mean-
Texans, and the Texans
You mean
won.
Texans over Jaguars? Yeah.
No. I mean, my pick was the Jaguars over the Texans,
Okay.
and I got that wrong. The Texans beat the Jaguars. Jack, thoughts?
I called it. I thought the Texans were due last week. I was wrong, but this was one of those games where the other team just also looked bad. right? It was like
Tank-
6-6. It was 2 field goals for each team. They score a touchdown towards the end and take the game, but
So
it
tank
was
bowl.
ugly. But the Texans, they win ugly.
No, it's not the Tank Bowl because the Jaguars actually have a chance to win the division. It's not the Tank Bowl. The
But it
Jaguars,
looked like one.
the Jaguars can still win the division, May. I hope you realize
But
that.
it looked like one, right?
Yes.
Am I wrong? Did it look like a tank
No,
bowl?
it did.
It absolutely looked like 2 teams that were angling for like Will Anderson.
If it looks like a duck and talks like a duck.
Unless it's a goose.
It's May
but-
in a duck
Anyway.
costume.
I had the Bucks over the Falcons. I got that right.
Yep.
I-
Nothing else to say.
Listen, the Falcons are weird right now. They're like they're
Falcons got screwed too.
yeah. Oh yeah, by that penalty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the refs feel bad for Tom Brady and what's going on in his life.
After the game,
We're
Tom
not
Brady
gonna
walked through the
we're not gonna
tunnel
talk
and
about
the
what's
refs were
going on in
just-
his life. We're not gonna specifically mention what it is. But Tom Brady's going through a lot, man. And
Yeah.
he was gonna lose that game. They had to throw him a bone, so
Yeah, like
they threw him a bone.
he walked through the tunnel at the end of the game. The refs are just like, "I'm sorry about Gazelle, man." And he's just like, "I don't care. I got the job."
All right. I'm gonna
Okay.
brace myself.
All right, here we go. Bills and Steelers. I'm gonna steal. Actually, May, tell your joke, May. May, tell your joke, May. May, tell your joke. Bills, Steelers. Tell your joke, May. What you said earlier.
At the beginning, I mean, okay, where did show me on the doll where Josh Allen touched you, or the Steelers?
love that joke. It's great.
Listen. I'm not saying I've never said that the Steelers were gonna pull out the dub because it's the Bills right now and they're literally world beaters. But I was expecting. Wait, did T.J. Watt play?
No.
Oh,
Bro,
Is that
isn't TJ Watt on IR or some shit?
I'm literally gonna
I
redact
don't
my
know.
previous statement and say that if T.J. Watt played, then the defense would be semi-competitive. If T.J. Watt didn't play,
No,
then that's just
not versus the Bills.
That's just
Allen
No.
had like 400 yards in the first half, dude.
Dude, he got 4
That's like a-
touchdowns
that-
in the
that-
first half. Like, please, this game would not have been competitive
Bro,
even
that's-
if the Steelers had TJ Watt.
He didn't even play most of the second half, and he
Literally.
still
He
ended
got
with
taken out in the
424
third or
yards
some
and 4
shit.
touchdowns.
essentially that's just an 18-wheeler hitting a stick on the middle of the road.
No,
Like,
yeah.
no, you know what that was?
Oh,
That was
no.
Brady DeMoss in the snow game versus the
All
Bills
I gotta
or
say
whatever.
is, Gabe Davis took a 98-yarder to the house. That ended the game right there. He caught another long touchdown. He caught another long pass. Like that connection was there. Josh Allen was doing Josh Allen things. The only good thing I can say is Kenny Pickett looked so much better than you'd expect for a team that only scored 3 points. Like he is showing promise. So
Now,
there's
is this
hope
Trey
that
Lance
maybe we-
promise or is this like
No, it's legitimate promise. I'm not an idiot. He actually looked pretty decent.
Okay, so
Definitely
better than
worse
Trey
he looked
Lance.
coming into last game. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Kenny Pickett's
Okay,
exactly in Trey
okay,
Lance. We'll
got
see
it.
him play again in 2
Now,
years.
is it better than Jimmy G or?
I mean, I don't know after like a week and a quarter, but like, yeah,
But like,
I think yeah.
How handsome is he?
dude, you're on crack, Jeff. You're on
Very.
crack. You're on
Yeah.
crack.
Let's,
Kenny
I
Pickett's
forgot
like
all right,
the-
guys.
Jimmy Garoppolo was
let-
like a top quarterback. But
Dude,
Let's
I don't think he's
check
a
the
top
handsome
quarterback, but he's
meter.
definitely a mid-tier quarterback. Like, what? Anyway, Jets over Dolphins. Prediction master. Literally, I'm pretty
I
sure the Dolphins
did
is all
not-
up. I'm pretty sure the Dolphins were playing with a third-string quarterback at one point, or somebody was playing with.
yeah, I did not expect Teddy Bridgewater getting hurt on like the first drive and them
Legit.
having to play Skylar Thompson for the
Dude,
whole game.
I looked
So-
up who that was. There's no fucking picture for him, dog. There's no picture. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure
exactly.
Hill
They're
and
not
Waugh
winning
were
the
injured,
game.
correct?
Though,
I
didn't
remember
they
a
only
reports saying
lose
that
by
Hill
just
and-
like a couple points, or did they get blown out? I
No,
don't
it
remember.
was 17-40.
Yeah, they
Oh
dropped the
shit!
they
Yeah,
dropped
they
the
got
burger on them,
blown
bro.
the fuck out then.
The Jets
Yeah.
dropped 21 in the fourth. Like it
Dog.
really was like they in the last 9 minutes of the game, the Jets turned it from 17-19 to blowout territory because I think the Dolphins just kind of rolled over and admitted defeat. But
Dude, the Jets.
it was
Imagine when the
ugly on
Jets score.
offense, man.
Imagine letting the Jets score 40 on you. It couldn't be me.
I mean, Brees Hall put the team on his back. Zach Wilson didn't look great.
Listen,
Um,
listen.
the
Right into
defense
my
did good things.
right into my veins, please. I want to go to the Panthers so bad.
All right,
I wanna-
all right,
Wait,
All
we
right.
there?
All right.
all right. No, we're not. We have 3 more teams and then the Panthers. Vikings, Bears. Cool. Dope. I
That was
pick,
a football game.
I picked it right, so I don't care.
I mean,
Any
Kirk
thoughts?
Cousins did Kirk Cousins things, at least when he's not on prime time.
Yeah. Is it a football game? Is it not prime
Justin
time?
Fields
He's
topped
gonna be good.
200 yards.
Yeah,
What is
that's
this?
actually crazy, brother. The Vikings defense kind of sucks dick. Mostly because they let Justin Fields get
Wait.
200 yards.
What? I need a list of. Wait, was it that bad? What's their secondary look like?
Harrison
Vikings.
Smith,
It's really
who might
not
be a
that
night.
bad.
It's not. Their defense
Their
isn't that
front
bad.
seven's pretty good.
They
But then
don't
again,
they have
do have
Harrison
Pat Pete
Smith?
playing like a big role for them. So.
Yeah, they also
Yeah,
have
they have
Harrison
Smith at
Smith.
safety. They've got Cam Dantzler and Pat Pete.
Who?
Their front seven's
Cam?
pretty good.
Cam who?
Cam Dantzler and
Damn,
Peterson.
that was really similar to Cam Chancellor. Interesting.
Okay.
Alright, next up, Titans Commies. I picked correctly. Fuck the Commies. Fuck Dan Snyder. That's all I have to say.
Yep.
Dan Schneider can die.
Carson
For the,
Wentz
like-
actually looked pretty good, but
No,
except
but
for
that's
that
what
one
he
That's it, I
does.
guess.
That's what
Yeah.
Carson Wentz does. He lures you into a false sense of security, and then he plays a bum ass team in like the
Yeah.
middle of the year, and he gets fucking demolished.
No, every year he has like 2 games where he looks great, and I think this was one of them. Like,
Was it UT or Barry McCockner? I forgot who said it, but like he said that like Carson Wentz like 2 or 3 times a year will make a throw that no one else will make, and it'll be highlight material, and it'll be the best throw you've ever made. And then most of the time it'll be really questionable throws and just him getting sacked. But yeah, I forgot who said that.
Dude, I really don't know how he, like, how is he an MVP candidate at one point? Like, how?
Because his
Uh,
2017 season was dope as fuck.
that was literally just the Eagles being one of the first teams to use the RPO extensively, and defenses not knowing what to do with it. Like that is how he succeeded.
No, I swear to God, Nick Foles did like really well in the RPO in like 2011.
We
'Cause they
can't
had-
listen. The Patriots cannot beat meme quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. That
No,
look at
no,
our
no, I'm
record.
dead. No, but I'm dead serious, bro.
on.
Okay, anyway, the Seahawks over Saints, I got it wrong, but Geno Smith is still him.
Interesting. Geno Smith did look pretty good. He
Actually,
was like the highest
I'm-
PPOE of any quarterback. But
So surprisingly, are we all agreeing that as of this current time that Pete Carroll kind of won the divorce?
yeah,
Are we in
Yeah.
that weird room right now?
I think that's honestly more of a product of the coaching staff in Denver, because I've never seen such a talented team play so horribly.
Yeah.
Like with talent everywhere.
Yeah.
But all I gotta say about the Saints game is Taysom Hill.
Yep. Dude, what even is his position? Like, I'm being dead serious.
He
He's
at
listed
one
as a
point
tight end, but
we didn't
He's a
Sean
quarterback,
Payton had
tight
it
end,
where
wide receiver, running
J-
back.
Sean Payton had it where like Jameis would play, and then whenever they would get into like a 3rd and 1 situation, or if he wanted a QB sneak, he had this weird thing where he would put Taysom Hill into it because he was fast on his feet, sort of like I don't know,
well,
yeah.
in Brees last season, every time they went deep without fail, they would put Taysom Hill at QB instead of Brees, because Brees had like a noodle arm at that point. He could only throw it like 30 yards, and so they put Taysom Hill in literally just to chuck it deep.
That's great.
That's like a
All right.
gimme play. As soon as you see Taysom Hill, you you don't
Right.
stack the box and you just you put
Just give a bit more of a
cover
cushion.
2. Yeah, I didn't see how that worked, but we're not professional football coaches, so I guess we're just dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but-
we're gonna move on to May's favorite topic because we are at 30 minutes and we haven't even got through the first section.
Heroin right into my veins.
It is the 49ers and Panthers. May, talk about Matt Rule.
Listen, all I want to say is the number that I've wanted to say this entire podcast is that for the next 44 months, the Panthers have to pay Matt Rule $800 plus every month for the next 44 months.
Is it
Let's
a
talk
certain
about
day?
that.
Is it a certain day every month? Because then we can have another Bobby Bonilla situation for the next 44 months. Except it's not yearly, it's monthly.
they they'd rather make Matt Rule a very very wealthy man than put up with his coaching. That's how bad Matt Rule is.
I just got to give a thank you to Jets receiver Elijah Moore because without him, Matt Rule is a Giants coach probably. Okay,
Probably TM.
you gotta you gotta follow through the logic on this, but it's well known that the Giants were super high on Rule. Um, when and Rule preferred the Giants as a destination. He went to the Panthers. David Tepper offered him 7 years and a truckload of money. He called the Giants that day before even coming in for an interview and was like, "Match this, or I'm going to the Panthers." Giants didn't match it. Rule became the Panthers coach. In a different universe, where Elijah Moore at Ole Miss doesn't pretend to piss on the field, where Mississippi State loses that game because he doesn't make that boneheaded decision, where the Mississippi State coach gets fired and Joe Judge gets hired there, and there's no Joe Judge to impress the Maras, Matt Rule is my problem. Instead, I got to leverage
Congratulations.
Carolina.
Congratulations. Niners number one defense. Anybody? Like, come on now. Legitimately, like, let's be honest.
Also, the Panthers' offense.
Dude, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter. We played the Rams last week and bombshelled them. Like, come on.
I was gonna
Cut-
say that Matt Rule. This is a top post on Reddit that I'm reading right now. He has gone 11-27 during his 3 seasons in Carolina, which leaves Carolina with 4 years left on a 7-year contract he receives from the Panthers owner David Tepper in 2020. So yeah, 11-27 is pretty fucking piss poor awful.
Well,
It's
he
better
just thought he
than
was still in Baylor. Like that's it. He thought he was still coaching college. It's like Urban Meyer, but less publicized.
yeah. Well, so
He was
Urban
trying to
Meyer,
control the social media guys.
also Urban Meyer's a really good partier in bars. You can look that
Yeah,
up.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But I stand by that Rule should have been fired mid-season last year. He should have definitely been gone before Joe Judge, and Joe Judge should have been gone last year for
Isn't it
sure.
in the NFL? Isn't it like an unwritten, like just for the majority of NFL? Isn't it always been an unwritten rule that it's like you you try to not fire your coach in the middle of the year because it makes your team look really bad? Like, isn't it like an off season thing that like it's an unwritten rule? We'll wait until the off season, then we'll cut you loose. I always
Not
thought that that
really.
was like sort of the
A
thing.
lot of times teams want to get a start on interviewing candidates before the playoffs. So
Oh,
you don't fire
yeah.
them this early, but you fire them towards the end of the season at
So
least.
they really just
Yeah.
hated Matt Rule, is what you're trying to say, basically.
He
Yeah.
needed to go.
Yeah.
That team looked lost, looked like they didn't want to be there against the Niners.
Yeah. All right.
Like
So,
where in other times they looked bad, here they look like they just quit before the game even started.
all right. So I'm gonna move this on because we have just wasted 30 minutes talking about 8 teams, or 12, whatever. 12 teams.
Podcasting.
Anyway, Eagles Cardinals, cool. Eagles won. Cardinals kind of fucked it. That's it. That anyone else, like literally any one word.
Nope.
What was Kyler
Alright.
Murray's KD?
Shit. The Rams over. I had the Rams with the Cowboys, and the Cowboys steamrolled the Rams. Great job, Cowboys.
Rush
I'm very
started the
happy.
game.
Fuck the
Cooper Rush
Rams.
remains undefeated as a starter.
Yeah. So
Literally, bro. He threw. He completed 10 passes for 100 yards, bro. But did not play. Like,
Cooper Rush
what the
has
fuck?
not lost a game he has started. Okay?
Yeah, literally.
And,
It's
yeah,
literally.
Cooper Rush is currently
Didn't,
undefeated
bro,
in
didn't
every.
another quarterback do that? Hold up, Jimmy Garoppolo did that. Throwing that out there.
Cooper Rush is better
I-
than Jimmy Garoppolo.
In
No,
before
get the fuck out of here, bro. No, he's not.
before Cooper Rush goes out and plays a game for the Cowboys, he has at the desk at his house. Skip Bayless comes out from under the desk and wipes his lips, and it's been like that for the past several weeks now. Skip Bayless literally cannot get this dude. Like he is completely, he has hearts in the eyes emojis. I think at one point he even said that I don't think he said that they should move on from Dak, but he was really pushing it and sharp. Either no, I think it was yesterday.
That's
Skip
exactly
Bayless.
what I expect from him, though.
Yeah, no. Watch the thing.
But
Skip Bayless
they
was
should. What do you
was
mean?
was
He's
sm-
undefeated as a starter. Dak
Skip
Prescott has
Bayless was
lost so many
smooching on
games.
that dude. Dude, listen. I get his point. Skip Bayless, he likes the Cowboys and he likes this guy, but like he's a rookie quarterback. Give him some time. See what he does in clutch situations. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
like listen. Like I have one whole year of Mac, and I am a Mac believer, but that doesn't mean like I'm not gonna say he's the next Drew Brees or something. I want to like legitimately. I want to see from is he played a couple of games in Skip Bayless. Yeah, like he's powering up right now. He's gonna be a Super Saiyan tomorrow morning in the office.
Yeah.
But
All right,
yeah.
in the last game, Ravens Bengals. I had the Ravens and the Bengals. It was a decent game. It wasn't that bad of a game. Um, I liked it. It was fun to
Bengals could have
watch.
won that game though.
That's the
On
game that Tom Grassi decided to rate us. So
Rate
thank you,
us.
Tom Grassi.
Yeah, thank you, Tom Grassi, for listening to us. Much
Thank you,
love.
Tom
We
Grassi.
appreciate it.
Thank you. He
Jack,
gained
Jack
10
for
subs
some
from that
reason,
shit.
Jack for some reason messaged us, and he was like, "I don't like Tom Grassi," and that's a joke.
I
No.
But
did
yeah,
not do that. I said I didn't like Alex. No.
love you, Tom.
And then for the
Anyway,
game going on right now, I
Oh, I
chose
have
the
to check
Chiefs,
that.
but I
I chose the
realized
Chiefs.
that I forgot that the Raiders DC is Pat Graham. And if Pat Graham did one thing right, it was absolutely shut down the Chiefs with the Giants defense. And I kind of forgot that he has a really good game plan against Mahomes and the Chiefs for some reason. So this may be a game.
You know, if I was able to sports bet, I was gonna bet on the Chiefs winning the game. I'm so happy it is not legal in my state for me to sports bet right now.
Congratulations.
I am. Would you guys currently say that as of the current standings in this moment in time that Derek Carr is underutilizing, or let's say Josh McDaniels slash Derek Carr is underutilizing Devontae Adams?
It
No,
depends
because
because if he's
Devontae
the
has
only,
what Devontae has one reception, 58 yards, and a touchdown right now. I say that's pretty good for.
I'm talking
two
about
yards.
as
over
of
the
this point in
season.
time with their record.
Oh yeah,
for
no,
the
he's
season.
completely
So,
underutilizing it. But this game, if you keep this pace,
I
it's
don't
gonna
know.
be pretty good.
So the problem is Renfro's been hurt like all year. Not really, but like he's been out for a couple weeks because of a concussion. But even with Renfro there, they don't have any other receivers. So a defense can put everything towards stopping Devontae. And then they've got to have guys like Mac Hollins make plays. Right?
Yeah.
So
Like that's
at some
literally what the
point,
Niners did to Green Bay. We literally like stacked the box against fucking Devontae and made everyone else beat us in the championship game or in the divisional game. They couldn't fucking do it. Like
yeah, so the Raiders have been using Devontae, but at a point when he's the only true option, his value is almost more in drawing all of that defensive attention and giving opportunities to guys that you need to step up.
So Hunter Renfro is like a classic Welker, sort of
Cooper Cup.
Well, I was gonna say Demarius Thomas, like sort of like a slot guy that like when Brady it's 3rd and 6. When Brady needs you the most, he's gonna go up the middle and just catch a little pass and run with it. When you don't have that, like Jack said, the defense can literally just all like the Patrick and the Thug Tug and just like like surrounding him, like they can just do whatever they want at that point. um but yeah, it's hard. Who are they? I would have to look at their roster. Who is So they have Devontae, and then who else did you say they have?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, they have Renfro, they have Darren Waller, who hasn't been good this year. They have like Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
They have who's the other guy on the outside for them?
I have no clue. I don't watch.
Forget off the top of my head. They have one other guy, but he hasn't been great.
Yeah, if question if if the Raiders keep losing games, this is going to be a Josh McDaniels blunder, right? Like you can't say defense, you can't say offense didn't produce because Josh McDaniels, he's in kind of charge of the offense and he's quote unquote an offensive mastermind. Like this is if he gets kicked out of the Raiders, it's going to be his fault. You think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. We're gonna move on.
Onwards.
This is our picks. Me and Jack. I don't know if May did it. Our picks for the week. week 4 awards or week 5 awards. Shit. I need to change that. Week 5. Wait, hold up. Week 5 awards. All right. For NFC Offensive Player of the Week, I am very biased in this pick because I know Taysom Hill is better, and now I'm realizing it. But fuck it, Jimmy Garoppolo played fucking amazing.
Didn't you have Gino here before?
Yes, and then I took Gino out because he lost. I forgot he lost.
That's
Why
awesome.
Is Garoppolo here?
Because he won the game. Dude, I'm biased. Shut up. Just
By that
deal with
standard,
it.
you could have put like Daniel Jones in there.
Shut up. Deal with it. I'm biased. All right. Anyway, your pick.
Okay.
Who's
I
your
had
NFC
Taysom
Offensive
Hill.
Player?
I mean,
Obvious.
He threw a 22-yard touchdown passing. He ran the ball for 112 yards and 3 touchdowns rushing. That's 4 touchdowns by him alone.
Okay.
Which, damn. And then, of course, he also returned 3 kicks. Not for touchdowns, but just solidly. But he did everything. The only thing he didn't do was catch a pass. But I guess you can't catch a pass from yourself.
Now, can I be... Actually, that's true. That's not true because Brett Favre and Marcus Mariota have both proved that statement wrong. Anyway, only... Oh, really? Like, only 134 yards?
He scored 4 touchdowns as a
but in
backup quarterback.
144 yards. No. Jimmy
He's not
G,
even
no,
a starter.
Damn, that's
Jack,
insulting.
I hope you know I'm fucking with you right now. I'm trying to think of ways to make Jimmy
That's
G
on
better.
10 touches. He only had 1 pass attempt and 9 carries. And he scored 4 touchdowns for that.
Or not May, Jack, I'm fucking with you because I'm trying to figure out ways to make you say Jimmy's better. Anyway, NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
Did it work?
Emmanuel Mosley, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, 2 passes defended, 2 tackles, and he tore his ACL that game. Let's go. Bro, what the fuck? Anyway.
Can't have nice things, and I love that.
Literally, we can't do shit. We can't have nice things. Anyway, it was I can see yours, but tell us about it, Jack.
I had Mosley as well, because that, honestly, emotionally, that put that game out of reach. That put the Niners up scores when, the Panthers were trying to move the ball and catch up in a 1-score game. I mean, D'Amico Ryans was going crazy on the sideline.
Bro, D'Amico, I fucking love him, bro.
Lit up. I mean, good for him, man. He needed that, and of course now his season's over, but bigger and better things next year, I guess.
It's okay. NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. I have Graham Gano, 2 for 2 on field goals, 3 for 3 for extra points. And, second, I had to give a second here. Bradley Pinion, man. 6 punts for 290 yards, 3 inside the 20, 49.3 yard average, and as long as 65 yards. That is a great game for the punter. Anyway.
I like Graham Gano because he is the Giants kicker. He's also been one of the better kickers in the NFL for a while now.
Not better than Robbie Gould, even though he's missed 2 field goals in the last 2 games. So it's fine.
Okay. Anyway, he's been one of the better kickers in the NFL for a while now with the Panthers and with the Giants. Without him, the Giants are not 4-1. They may not have won a game without Gano.
Yeah.
This game excluded potentially. But
We can know.
Anyway. I have AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Obviously, it's going to be Josh Allen. 466 total yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, which isn't good. But still, 4 touchdowns and 466 total yards. What?
Remind me what
It
team
wasn't
was
against a team. He was just kind of playing on his own on a side field.
Yeah, no, Jack, it's okay. Let me speak for you.
No.
What team? Can you remind us again, Alex? What team that was against?
I think we're gonna have Jack answer this, and then I'm gonna have Jack go for his Defensive Player of the Week, and then we'll figure out what team it is. All right, Jack, go.
So, for Josh Allen, first of all, he played like 1 half. He had over 400 yards passing. He led his team in rushing, despite only playing the 1 half, and then playing from ahead the whole game. And he got a lot of help. I mean, that 38-3 win, utter drubbing of the Steelers. My AFC Defensive Player of the Week is Matt Canada.
Oh my
They,
god.
the Bills defense, single-handedly held the Steelers' offense to only 3 points. Absolutely lights out defensive performance from him.
I love it. I love it. I should have come up with that idea.
I would like to just say that I have a theory that if the Bills beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game and they went to the Super Bowl, I'm a strong believer that they would be having like a hangover period right now, depending on who won the Super Bowl, even if they lost. I'm saying that them losing in an embarrassing fashion. No offense to the Bills, I'm a Josh Allen. I love Josh Allen. He demolished us in the playoffs. But the point I'm trying to say, them getting snubbed like that in an embarrassing fashion, do you know how like they are foaming at the mouth at the entire league right now? They can't be stopped. They are biting into your arm and they're just gonna rip off flesh. It's gonna get really ugly
They were
unless they
playing
somehow
nasty.
slow down. Hmm?
Like I mean, they definitely have a chip on their shoulder from that. I mean, I was pissed off like during that Steelers game, not because they were winning by that much, but like late in the game, they've got a 28-point lead. Late in the game's way out of reach. It's like the fourth quarter. They
No
got
offense to
like
Atlanta.
okay, um, um, but they've got Fryermuth wrapped up. Two guys come flying in. Fryermuth doesn't get up, gets concussed, like has to get helped off the field. Late
Easy
in this
piece.
game, there's no reason to be hurting someone after the play like that. Literally, like 2 plays later, Pickett slides, late hit, somehow doesn't get called a penalty. But late, like helmet to helmet blow, you could hear it through the TV loud at the time.
Late hit has to be like one of the most on 100% done. I know they talk about so much like the concussion protocol, and yet still sometimes a quarterback will slide and some dude will just run at him like the bullet bill in Mario Kart, and no one will say anything about it. And I
Especially
feel
a
like
quarterback.
yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like especially
Yeah,
with quarterbacks, why isn't that 100% accurate when it needs to be for someone's health? But that's just it is what
like
it is.
Yeah.
Pickett had started his slide well before the guy left his feet. The guy had a chance to stop himself. Pickett's knee had touched the ground before he came in with the hit anyway, even though he'd already given himself up in starting the slide. And then he came flying in, like helmets made contact. Pickett, to his credit, didn't look phased, but then that started a whole like scuffle where Daniels then pushed Hamlin, who was the guy that laid the hit on Pickett, down because you got to stick up for your quarterback. Then Daniels found himself in a situation he didn't want to be in on the Bills sideline with 20 people around him. Of course, Pickett then fought back a little bit. Someone hit him like at the end of a play, and once he got, I think it was Shaq Lawson. Once he got up, Pickett was getting in there, shoving him back, trying to give him a taste of his own medicine. I guess that's good for Pickett, I guess. But man, the Bills were hitting hard and playing with a chip on their shoulder, even though they were up a million and had no reason to do so.
No, the Bills right now are genuinely the Super Bowl team playing in the regular season. They like
Yeah.
unless they get really cocky or get caught off guard and punched in the mouth in the playoffs, I think they're going straight to the big dance. And um, I
13
would
seconds.
l- I would love to see them play Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. But yeah, that's
Right.
just they are the team to beat right now. That's why I'm interested to see how we'll play them because it's a divisional matchup.
You're
But
gonna
yeah,
get fucked. Anyway, my AFC Defensive Player of the Week is I am on track. Caden Stearns, 2 interceptions, 3 passes defended, 3 tackles. I think that warrants enough to be AFC Defensive Player of the Week. And my AFC Special Teams Player of the Week is Justin Tucker, 4 for 4 on the field goal, single-handedly win them that game, and 1 for 1 on extra points.
we like Justin Tucker. This is a pro Justin Tucker environment.
System kicker, game-winning hold.
System kicker. Justin Tucker suspended 4 games.
Anyway, my best game happened to be Ravens Bengals. I'm seeing Jax and now regretting my
Well,
decision.
I was gonna say that one didn't have a lot of offense. Like it wasn't the most watchable game. I
Yeah.
obviously a little bit of homerism here. I I had Giants versus Packers because it was close. There was a comeback win. There was offense. When there was a defensive stop, it was like showy. Like at the end of the game, you had the 2 batted passes and then the strip sack of Rodgers for the Giants to seal it. It was like it was a very tight finish as well. London deserved a good game, and I think they got it here. Um, I mean, shoot, Brian Dable, both coaches at the end losing their mind at the clock operators screwing up. Like, it was tense at the end, more so than it should have been for a Week 5 game between two teams that are, I don't know, not the best, but I
It
don't know.
astonishes me that there are coaches in the professional National Football League that don't know how to manage a game clock.
Well, no, it was the actual clock operators. Both coaches were doing the right things, but they kept like on
Oh
one
no,
play.
I know that. I know that you
Oh,
said it was like,
okay.
but I was just saying in general, just making a statement, like thinking about coaches in the playoffs. Like, and if you look at the Cowboys last season in the playoffs, like that's just one of those things where I'm like, but these guys are in the NFL, don't they go over drills and stuff like that? But that's just, you know.
Like week 1 with the Bengals punting it with like 15 seconds left on the play clock.
Oh, don't. Oof.
But yeah, in this case, like the Giants did this thing where they were just kneeling it, but they had Jones like hold it for a little bit to drain a little bit more clock before they kneeled it because the Packers had timeouts. And in the stadium, like they just forgot to start the game clock, like at all for that entire play. And then after that, like a couple plays later, randomly, like in the middle of it ticking down, they like reset the play clock, so suddenly it was bigger than the game clock.
The fuck?
Like it was a mess right by the end of the game, and eventually they got it figured out. But like both coaches were pissed, and rightfully so, because both teams got screwed by the clock doing weird things.
Yeah.
It was they don't send their best up to London. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of bad things,
The worst game, Colts versus Broncos. There's no way that game was, dude, on prime time, bro. Dude, Amazon paid how much for Thursday Night Football, and they're getting
think it was-
shit on for
If
their
I remember the
games.
number, it was like north or south of around $80 million for that entire production with production staff.
For
not to
what?
mention the rights.
Yeah.
Anyway, all I'm gonna say is that might have been awful, but guess what Amazon gets to put on next week?
Oh no.
Commanders
Isn't
Bears.
yeah, that's gonna be. You know, at least there might be more scoring than Colts versus Broncos.
True.
Uh,
All right.
Anyway, we're gonna get through this really quickly. Like literally, we're not even gonna explain it. We might explain it a little bit, but that's it.
Right.
Best and worst awards through week 5. Worst team, I have the Broncos because they've been ass cheeks. Their offense is ass cheeks. Jack, who do you got?
I have the Steelers because the only place they're gone to is the fucking #1 pick.
Yep. Okay. The best team, I have the Bills, and I also have the best offense for the Bills because that offense is freaking electric.
I agree.
For the worst offense, I have the Broncos because Jesus Christ, how do you make Russell Wilson look that bad? Like he was always like a good quarterback in Seattle. What the fuck happened?
I have the Colts because they've scored less and gotten less yards than the Broncos, which seems improbable, but boy, has Matt Ryan been hard to watch in that offense.
For best defense, I have the 49ers. I am biased again, but we do have the #1 defense.
I have the
yes,
Bills
sorry.
because they're tied. I think they might have a slight disadvantage in yards because they gave up a fair amount of yards to Pickett this week, but
They
they're-
also don't
they're
have
tied or as good as tied, and
no.
they've also been on the field a lot more with what that offense is doing. And to be still tied when a lot of that's in garbage time and stuff, where you don't really have a reason to be tied, like they are good.
The Niners also have what was it? Fuck, I forgot the stat. With the Niners, no, yeah, we were #1 in points per game allowed.
I believe that's a tie at 12.2 points per game.
Are the Bills now at 12.2? Oh yeah, the 0 point, the 3-point showing might have done it. Fuck. Anyway, the worst defense, I have the Lions. That defense is fucking atrocious, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Bailey Zapp sends his regards.
Best coach, I mean, you could either pick between two. Now I'm gonna say Jack's coach. Well, I agree with Jack's coach. Definitely could be one of them. But I have Nick Sirianni. Is that how you say it? Eagles coach. I think he's done really well with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is emerging as one of the best young quarterbacks. So
that's fair. I have Dable, mostly because the Eagles, like, it kind of makes sense. I mean, they got A.J. Brown in there, Devontae Smith taking a step forward in his second year. They've got talent. They picked up talent on defense. Like, there's reasons for it. For Brian Dable, I mean, look at what they just beat the Packers with.
Yeah.
Nothing but vibes and Daniel Jones's bloody right hand. Like, Adoree Jackson was out for the second half, and they didn't allow, like, a point until that safety at the end to Aaron Rodgers.
So why
Like,
isn't
I don't
Matt
know
Rule
what
your
that
coach
man
of the
has.
week?
What?
Why isn't Matt Rule your coach of the week?
Good question. Next question.
All right. For worst coach, it's a tie between Nathaniel Hackett and Matt Rule, who just got fired today. To be honest, I feel like Nathaniel Hackett is going to be fired by the end of the season. But yeah, they both deserve to be
Even though it's
fired.
rare for a first-year coach, he gone.
Yeah,
He probably gone before the end of the season.
Dude, he should be gone. Bro. He's
He's
ass.
lost.
Dude, he's so bad.
Yeah.
What man?
Well, I was getting like Urban Meyer, Bobby Petrino vibes, but maybe both of them were probably a lot worse. Because there's a difference between not knowing what you're doing and looking lost and being an Urban or Bobby where like you literally fuck up the organization. Like you make the
No.
organization
Bobby
look
Petrino
bad.
didn't fuck up. No. Bobby Petrino fucked up the organization. That is true. But B, he never got fired. He took another job at college football mid-season.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he did that
He
thing with
didn't
the
actually get
lockers. I forgot
fired.
about that.
Like I think
Yeah,
KCO did a great video on them.
he kind of just said deuces.
He left a note in everyone's locker room, and the locker room like exploded in cheers when they figured it out. MVP, I have Josh Allen. That shouldn't be anybody else at this point. It's Josh fucking Allen.
Yep.
Offensive player of the year, I have Lamar. I mean, he's arguably the second best quarterback this year. I mean,
How are you not going to pick Allen for the best offensive player of the
I
year,
mean,
dude?
if you're treating it as a
It's
separate award
MVP.
from MVP.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
separate. I feel like it's a separate award.
So I have Hurts because he's been right next to, like, statistically, he and Lamar Jackson have actually been very similar this year, and Hurts has the edge on team success.
Mhm.
And it hurts me to say it because I came into this year as a big time Jalen Hurts hater, but he's legit.
Mhm.
He's good.
Yeah, it's sort of like me with Mahomes, where like I'm like, God dang it, like you can't hate greatness. I'm not saying that I'm putting Jalen Hurts in the greatness category yet, but he's making his way downtown.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year, I have Nick Bosa. He is number one in sacks, QB hits, and possibly pressures. I haven't got the stats for the Broncos game or not Broncos game for the Panthers game before Nick Bosa exited. How many pressures he got? If he got 0, Mike is ahead by 1. If Nick Bosa got 1, he's still number 1, but they're tied. And if he got more than 1, then they are. Nick Bosa is still ahead. But yeah,
And
Nick Bosa 6 sacks for loss, and his first he pressures QB hits and sacks pretty much.
Micah Parsons, I have just because he's tied in sacks. He's, as you said, right up there in pressures, and he does everything. And he also
Literally.
is the entire Cowboys defense in a
Yeah.
way that Bosa can get there, but Parsons, like, I think pretty much individually is the reason the Cowboys are 4-1. It's not Cooper Rush, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So,
Offensive. What? What, man?
Yeah.
No. When you guys are done, I just read a really cool just news topic. Keep going.
Offensive rookie of the year, I have Brees Hall. I agree with Jack. Jack, I'm gonna let you speak, but you know.
So Brees Hall right now, he won it based on this week alone, pretty much. I mean, you put up 100 yards rushing and receiving, pretty much. You're suddenly like the best looking offensive rookie. I strongly believe that now that Pickett's starting, George Pickens is coming for that spot and coming for it hard. I mean, both the last 2 weeks, once Pickett is in the game now, he's gotten a lot of looks, he's gotten yards, he's looked incredible. I would expect him to be like the guy for the Steelers moving forward. I mean, Deontay still looked good, but they've got a connection, and I'm excited to see where that leads.
All right, and my defensive rookie of the year is Tariq Woolen. Now, I'm gonna spoil Jack's role. He could put Sauce Gardner there, but I don't know. I just feel like Tariq Woolen is very, very good, very underrated this year.
Yeah, I mean, Devin Lloyd, I think, is the odds-on favorite right now, because he's playing a really good linebacker for the Jaguars. But at corner, which I just feel like, even though it always goes to like sack numbers and the kind of sexier numbers like that, Sauce Gardner has just been not only one of the better rookies, but one of the better corners in the league. He's been shutting people down. He's been ridiculously good. He's been everything in the guy that I really wanted the Giants to get. coming out, and was kind of heartbroken to see him gone to the Jets. But he's doing good things for a Jets team that doesn't get to see a lot of good things most years.
Yeah. Has he got out a touchdown yet? Because I know he vowed to not let up a touchdown.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. All right. Comeback player of the year, Saquon Barkley. That's fucking obvious, bro. The man's tearing up the league, team by team. Like that's not even a question.
He's up there with Chubb. I mean, Chubb passed him handily this week in rushing yards, but he'll probably catch him at some point because Saquon had what you could call an
So
off game, even though he still looked good.
for a running back, like what immediately cuts you off from like let's say that let's say that Saquon has like a really bad game where he just gets stuffed at the line every time. Does that mean he's like no longer in like in en route for it? Like, does he have to play stellar all year essentially?
I mean, it depends because with Saquon, the big thing is he's effective. He's taking the holes that are given, and with him, he doesn't necessarily get stuffed at the line as much as he tries to get too fancy with it. Where when something blows up, instead of taking what he can get, he like tries to bounce it out or tries to get like shifty or gets way too patient. Um, and just losing a lot of that hesitation has helped him a lot. So even with stuff being blown up, he's effective. Like besides left tackle, where Andrew Thomas has been the best left tackle in football, the offensive line has been horrible, and he's still producing because he's taking what he gets when he can get it, and they're scheming stuff up with tight ends. If he has a game where he doesn't produce, it's just one game. I mean, you'll have to look at it at the end of the season, right? Like everyone has off games.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we're gonna switch sports real quick. Jack's MLB playoff. Let's hear it.
Lightning round?
Lightning round. Let's hear it.
All right. Mets lost. Haha, sad. To preface this, I'm a Yankees fan.
My boss is a Mets fan.
Sucks. He's probably crushed. I mean, they thought they had the division the whole year, and now they're out of it before the Braves playoffs even start. That's a very
Yeah.
sad time. Phillies move on over the Cardinals. I mean, goodbye, Molina and Pujols. Like, what a way to go. I mean, I don't think they expected to lose to the Phillies, but here we are. The Mariners beat the Blue Jays, and the Guardians beat the Rays. AL East teams are gone. With kind of opposite problems. The Rays pitching was good, but the lineup sucked. The Blue Jays lineup was good, but the pitching sucked. Combine those two together, maybe they go undefeated. I don't know. But moving on, I mean, I've got the Yankees beating the Guardians. Just because the Yankees lit up the Guardians during the regular season, and their lineup doesn't do anything, so they'd have to ride their pitching, and their pitching hasn't been good against the Yankees. I've got the Braves over the Phillies because the Braves are a machine that's somehow signed through 2030 because I don't know what devil magic they're working in that front office, but good for them, I guess. Got the Astros over the Mariners because the Astros are just too good of a team as currently constructed to not advance, even though out of all the teams in the playoffs, I think the Mariners are the most likely to give them a headache. And then I've got the Dodgers over the Padres because the Dodgers own the Padres.
It should have been my Giants, man.
They sucked this year, dude.
Dude, they did. They really did suck. What the fuck happened? Anyway, continue.
They had an unreal season where every player had a career year last year.
Legitimately, yeah, it was fucking nuts.
So everyone regressed to the mean this year.
Yeah.
Which, good thing they were able to sustain it for a season last year, but man, that was weird.
Dude, I feel like if we beat the Dodgers in that playoff series, I think we might have been able to take it if our players played really well, like they did all season.
I don't know if they beat the Braves, but
I don't know if they beat the Braves either, but I'm saying we could have had a shot if only we just beat the Dodgers. We could have had a shot.
and that's fair. I've got the Yankees beating the Astros in the championship series. That's more because I'm a Yankees fan and I want to see it. Honestly, that's kind of a toss-up to me. Both teams have good pitching and good lineups. I think it really depends on individual performances there. That's a game where Aaron Judge single-handedly won a game earlier in the year, but the Astros own the series in the regular season. We'll we'll see what happens in the playoffs, because in previous years, the Yankees have owned the series in the regular season, and the Astros have humiliated them in the playoffs. So who knows? I got the Dodgers beating the Braves, not because the Braves aren't good, but the Dodgers are among the best teams in history this year. Very quietly so. They won 111 games. They have the best pitching in the league. They have probably the best playoff lineup in the league. Like, I just can't see them losing, and I have the Dodgers winning the World Series. Joey Gallo getting his revenge by striking out 20 times and still getting a ring for it. I don't know. But it'll be a good time.
Yes.
That Dodgers,
Baseball words, baseball team players. Yes,
um,
indeed, yes.
that Dodgers team is good without what's his name. The dude is now a full-time YouTuber.
Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
I don't like to think about him. He doesn't exist.
He doesn't exist. Okay. Well, good for the Dodgers doing
Fine.
good
They have
without
the
him.
best pitching in the league without him. Without
Yeah.
a lot of their guys playing for much of the season because they've been hurt.
Yeah.
And they still
Is-
won 111 games and had the best team ERA in baseball.
Was Bachir Bueller playing like the whole season?
Yeah.
And oh god, playoff dude, like really good in the playoffs. Oh wait, no, he was mediocre. I don't remember what's his name.
Kershaw.
Yeah, Kershaw. Playoff Kershaw. Yeah, how is he doing?
Yeah, he had a pretty decent season. I mean, I say pretty decent. He had a really good season. He just, he wasn't there for the whole season.
Got it.
He threw 126 innings, made 22 starts. Walker Bueller made 12 starts. Pretty much the only guys there all season were Tyler Anderson and Julio Urias,
Damn.
who both had incredible seasons.
That sounds fucking fantastic for the Dodgers. Bad for the Giants though.
Right? Anyway.
I hate my life as a Giants fan. Anyway. Week 5, we're gonna end it off here, unless May or Jack has anything they want to go over.
I just wanted to say that I read that as of several hours ago, the Bills are one of the teams interested in Christian McCaffrey, and I wanted like a 2-minute discussion on that.
If they
McCaffrey
can,
has
get it
glass bones.
I don't care.
But like
Him on that team with
it-
Diggs and Davis,
Yeah,
but
dude, they're gonna
here's
be
the issue. Here's the issue. Who the fuck are they gonna trade?
draft picks.
You paying a first for Christian McCaffrey?
Shit, why not? I mean, the thing with
2
McCaffrey
firsts?
is
Like what
he
are
gets
you gonna
hurt
pay
all the
for him?
time.
Like how many firsts are you giving for Christian McCaffrey? Because like
I don't know
wouldn't
what
give
his
a
contract
first,
looks like,
but-
but you wouldn't give more than one.
Yeah. I
But
was thinking
the thing
like
with him is Josh Allen being that team's leading rusher works for McCaffrey because he probably works best as a receiver out of the backfield or just someone to get the ball to in space. If you have him as a receiving option, on top of you've got Knox, you've got Diggs, you've got Gabe Davis, you've got like Isaiah McKenzie and the other guys that contribute. I don't think that offense can be stopped. I don't care what you do on defense.
oh no,
That's
it definitely
too many
couldn't. Like
weapons.
I'm talking about the Niners could definitely stop the Bills. Wink, they definitely couldn't. They
Incorrect.
would definitely wouldn't. They definitely. There's a reason why I said wink. They actually couldn't. But anyway, the Bills would, dude. If they had McCaffrey, if they had all those guys and signed it for long-term deals, I think the league would be in trouble. Like it'd be a whole
Yeah.
entire Patriots dynasty again, but just Bills.
No,
forget
no
that.
one's
Straight
gonna-
Bills.
The best
no-
safety tandem in football, really good
Yeah.
corners when healthy, and Von Miller.
I also
Still
like to say
really
that
good.
Talanoa Hufanga is the best safety in the league, and you can't tell me
That's-
otherwise, bro.
Objectively false, and also he's a strong safety. So like
So
he can be really good in the box and still not be as good in my eyes as a center fielder.
bro, but he plays center field. What like? He's so good.
the only
Talanoa
thing that's going
Hufanga G's nuts is so good. Anyway,
The only thing
Maybe.
that's going to stop the Buffalo Bills, the only thing that'll stop the Buffalo Bills is literally cap space at this point.
Yep.
That is the only thing that could unless, like I said, unless they somehow some weird thing happens where they physically have a showcase of them having a clown show and falling apart. Yes, Alex.
the Rams don't have cap space, so the Bills won't either.
Damn.
If the Saints
Um,
taught us anything the last few years, cap space is imaginary.
Yeah.
Legit, dude. The Saints are so far in
Oh, you
countdown
want to know? You
every
want to talk about
year.
imaginary, dude? How have the Chiefs still managed to do the? I feel like Andy Reid is a wizard, and he just has this magical book of sorcery, like it's in a Minecraft enchantment book, and he
Consider
just
that
every year it's crazy.
consider they traded Tyreek Hill to not have to pay him insane money because they thrive off having cheap receivers so that Mahomes is their offense and that works for them.
Yeah.
They also
Like
have no running back either.
yeah,
Like,
like their
at
offense
all.
is Mahomes, Kelsey, and then whatever receivers they could get as a reclamation project for a few years, and that's perfectly fine. They like it that way.
Like, they're lucky they hit on Tyreek. Like, they're very
Well,
lucky.
but
I think they're
they're
luckier that they hit
also
on Pat.
they're just fine now with like MVS, with Juju, with Sky Moore. Like you can put pretty much anyone in there, and Mahomes is still Mahomes.
Yeah, but I don't
So
think
like,
they're built to beat the Bills.
I don't think anyone is built to beat the Bills in their current state.
Obvious.
But I also
Well,
don't know how long the Bills can last using Josh Allen as a human wrecking ball week in and week out.
that
So
is
like
true.
this, we may only get to see 2 seasons of the Bills as this much of a machine, because I don't know if Josh Allen can last. So like
I
we
don't know
might get
about
Yeah.
this and
jo-
one
I don't
more.
know I don't know about Josh Allen lasting. I'm literally like I'm just pointing fingers at cap space. There's a reason. Listen, and not to be braggadocious, there's a reason why Bill is the best to ever do it in the coaching department because year after year he's good at drafting defensive players, but still like as far as creating good teams with I'm not saying subpar players, but a bunch of nobodies and then coaching them up every year and concocting a team that could potentially win for 20 years and not signing high-end talent because no offense, let's look at the Steelers. Their whole gig was signing high-end talent superstars and that they were good at it and they're good at signing wide receivers. But the point is the Bills eventually are going to hit a wall of cap space, I think. And then I don't
Did you
I
say Did you
what?
just say the Steelers like gimmick was signing high end talent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
What?
Also,
I'm
May,
pretty
you're
sure the
acting
Steeler
like
way is like not bringing people in. Not as much as the Patriots, but like they definitely don't go out and spend big on free agents.
Also, May, you're talking about the guy who shelled out a big ass contract to Kendrick fucking Bourne.
Well, yeah, he
Kendrick
got
No, no,
desperate
no,
with
no,
the
no.
way
Bourne.
the roster
I'm
was
talking
based,
about
but
the dynasty with him and Belichick. Literally, once Brady left, we were so we had nothing that we spent an entire day signing Hunter Henry, Jonnu
You
Smith,
still have
Kendrick
nothing,
Bourne.
May.
No, 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 no. We have one. We have one really. We have
Who?
we have like
Who?
one
You
good person.
can't
Don't
say
worry.
Hunter Henry. You can't.
No, I'm not gonna say.
Dude, you have no offense. Stop.
I'm saying Matthew Judon's like our literally only goaded player right now.
yeah, that's fair.
Exactly.
He's also got a lot of
Exact.
sacks this year.
Dude, yeah, but like that's it. You got Matthew Judon, and
Listen, you're jealous that we have Bailey Zapp and you have Trey Lance. Okay, end of podcast. Everyone have a good weekend.
Jimmy G is better than Mac Jones. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, prediction wise, we need to do predictions.
Bears versus Commanders, go.
I have Bears.
May?
Oh,
Who do you have,
fuck.
May?
I'll take. No, I can't pick Dan Snyder. I'm gonna fucking pick Bears.
Alright, I
Alright.
also have the Bears.
I
Giants
have
and
the
Ravens.
I have the Giants over the Ravens. I want the Giants, baby.
May?
Wait, over who?
The Ravens.
No, I'm gonna pick. God, I'm picking the Ravens.
I'm taking the Giants because I am fully convinced.
Dude, I has like
I am-
exactly.
I'm
I
betting
am
against the
on
meme.
the
I'm
fucking
betting against the
G
meme at this
train.
point.
Mostly the reason that I picked the Giants here is because Wink Martindale revenge game. And if there's one thing I know about Wink Martindale, it's that if he wants to dial something up that can beat the Ravens, he's the guy I trust to do that. The Dolphins did it last year with something similar to what Wink likes to do. And I think if anyone knows how to shut that team down, he knows that team like the back of his hand.
I like the Giants odds in this.
Yeah, but
Alright,
Justin
Colts
Tucker's
versus
gonna
Jaguars.
score 30 points.
I have the Jaguars. Fuck the Colts.
I have the Colts because it's not in Jacksonville.
I'm taking the Colts.
Damn.
All right.
All right, I have the
Patriots,
Patriots over the Browns. I have the Pats.
That could be legitimately either team. I'll just be homer bias. I'll just pick Pats, obviously.
All right. Saints versus Bengals.
Bengals. I don't like. Oh, fucking
Fuck.
Bengals.
That could go. Fuck. I'll pick. I'm gonna pick the Bengals as well. Fuck, that could go either
I
way.
got the Saints Andy Dalton revenge game. I don't know. I feel like they're due. They've lost some heartbreakers. They obviously won this week, but like keep it rolling.
Bucks Steelers. Obviously, I have the Bucks.
Yeah.
Tom
Meh.
Brady is going to physically demolish the Steelers.
Bomb tradie. All right.
Niners
Niners,
Falcons.
Falcons.
I have the Niners.
Niners.
Meh.
Just to make you mad, I want to say Falcons, but I know in my heart it's gonna be the Niners.
All right, so you're picking Falcons.
No, I'll pick the Niners. No, George Kittle's gonna tap. He's gonna waltz his way through that secondary. What are you talking about?
Packers Jets. I have the Packers.
I got the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is too good to lose to this Jets team.
And
Giant warehouse man with boxes.
Vikings Dolphins. I have the Vikings.
I have the Vikings. I wrote in a note to check on the QB situation, but
No, I was just about to
Like-
ask. Is Tua coming back though?
it doesn't look like it. It
Yeah,
looks like
why the
it's,
fuck would Tua come back?
I don't know where the status is.
I would
Well-
fucking retire. What, like?
yes, he was shaken up, but also concussions don't usually keep people out for a very long time. Obviously, in this case, it's a PR nightmare, but I wouldn't be shocked if he came back kind of soon. Right now, it looks like it's between Bridgewater and Thompson, where Bridgewater has like cleared protocol or something like that. But they
2
obviously
days
have to
after it
wait and
happened?
see.
The next
Apparently,
day?
he, like didn't show any symptoms like after leaving the game. He like didn't show any symptoms.
No, they watched McGruber. He's completely fine.
Exactly.
Alright, so who are you picking?
but
Matt? Or,
either
yeah,
way-
who are you picking?
Either way, I got the Vikings.
Is it prime time?
No.
Fuck, I'll take the Dolphins.
Alright,
You got the
Rams, Panthers. I have another NFC team beating up on an NFC South team.
Wait, but what if this motive? What if Bad Man gone? Ooh, I'm gonna pick the Panthers. This will be interesting.
Oh, yeah, bad man gone.
That-
Bad man.
That is not a good pick at all.
I'm taking the Rams because the Panthers are still talentless, but you are right. Bad man gone. Maybe they play
No,
hard.
that literally, you know when John didn't the week that John Gruden left, didn't they demolish some team?
Yeah, they played hard for that guy. Same the Giants a while back with McAdoo gone. Spagnolo comes in and they play a gritty game against like,
Dude,
the
this is
Chiefs
gonna
on, like,
be-
Thanksgiving.
Dude, this is like Rock Lee taking off the weights against Gara. I really do think that Bad Man gone. This is a meme now, Jack. We're doing it. Bad Man gone. It'll be a
Fuck
meme if the Panthers win. If the
I'm
Panthers
taking
win,
the
we're,
Panthers.
I'm gonna take the Panthers. Bad Man gone game.
Bad man gone. I'm switching to the Panthers.
Yeah, let's go.
Over the Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Matthew
love
Stafford. I
Cooper Rush.
believe in him. but
Bro,
yeah, they've been playing.
I
really
hope it happens. I
shoddy
hope it
lately.
happens, but it's not.
Bad man gone. Baker Mayfield
I-
got to put up
I
500
thought-
yards.
I have the Seahawks over the Cardinals.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh,
I believe in Geno
wanna-
Smith more than Kyler Murray,
Fuck.
especially since the new COD came out.
I have this weird feeling that the Cardinals are gonna win, and on record, I want to say I wanted to pick them, but I'm gonna go with Pete Carroll. Pick Seahawks.
Alright. Bills Chiefs. Obviously, it's
The last time last year didn't the Bills go into Chiefs Stadium and completely like crucify the Chiefs?
In the regular
So-
season, I think they won.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they demolished them. And I think that'll be a good game. I'm gonna watch that. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Bills.
I got the Bills again.
Eagles
I'm-
Cowboys. I have the Eagles. I don't think that's a question.
Hey, who do you have?
I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
I also got the Cowboys. NFC East football, baby.
Yeah,
Eagles
NFC
took their
football.
First L against Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys. Cooper
You
Rush
can.
stays undefeated. Write the headlines now.
Bro, I
You
swear to
could
God,
put,
if
like-
Cooper Rush gets a win against the Eagles, I'm gonna
Best
fucking
ever?
cry.
Best
Dude,
ever,
if-
maybe. But like honestly, the Cowboys know how to
Stop.
beat the Eagles. NFC East football
Stop.
is always weird.
No.
If Cooper Rush keeps winning,
no.
Dak has to be sweating right now.
No.
No,
But
well,
honestly,
I
and
mean, Dak is not as good as Cooper.
Divisional football is always weird. No matter how good the teams are outside the division, they're always so evenly matched in divisional games.
I'd like to make
in
a
the
counter
Giants'
argument.
worst years- What?
But Niners Rams is not competitive in the regular season.
I'm talking about the NFC East.
Oh, then yes, that is very competitive. The division
No,
is very
why are you
competitive.
calling it the NFC East? They relabeled it last year to Shit Mountain. It's Shit Mountain
Don't they
divisional
have
games.
the best record outside their division this year?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure they do. Like as a division,
Probably.
it helps that you have like 3 of the top 5 teams record-wise.
Dude, this is exactly what the fucking NFC West was last year.
Well, it's because the NFC East has the easiest schedule. They play the
No,
NFC North and the AFC South.
The NFC
Oh yeah,
East is
yeah,
this
fuck,
is
yeah.
is this weird alien planet, and there are these
The
aliens
NFC
that
East doesn't exist.
they beat the shit out of each other, and they're just mad and they're angry, and weird stuff happens, and it's this just weird realm that just kind of doesn't exist.
I mean, even like a couple years ago, where like the division winner was going to be like a 6-win team, if the Eagles don't throw that game at the end, and there's like a 3-way tie for the division at like 6-10. Even that year, those teams played each other like it was the fucking Super Bowl every week.
The Giants ever
And
played
then
the
they just
Steelers
rolled
in the
around and
Super Bowl?
died.
If the Giants play the Steelers in the Super Bowl, who do
I'm
you
going.
got?
Yeah,
but, like,
I'll
who
fuck it.
who
I'll
you
go.
picking?
I'll go with you,
Who you
Jack.
picking?
Fuck it. I'll buy it. I'll fuck
Giants,
it.
ride or die. I don't care.
It's Giants, baby. I got the Giants.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Broncos, Chargers.
I got the Chargers. That's not even the fucking question, bro. Russell Wilson is ass with Nathaniel Hackett.
Herbert better.
Depressingly, the Chargers.
Yeah, I got the Chargers.
What do you mean depressingly, bro? What?
I
Stop.
love Russell Wilson, but I'm
Stop.
admitting that he might be getting bad. I just love Russell Wilson. Let me love this dude. I love Russell Wilson. But yeah, I'll pick the Chargers.
All right,
Broncos country.
and Broncos country. Yo, it's spicy. It's spicy. Fucking
boy.
commercial, bro. I hate it, dude. During Clickbait Sports, shout out to all the Clickbait Sports people. Dude, it was played like every 30 minutes, and I just wanted to die every
Alex.
time they played it.
But Alex,
Oh,
Yeah, what's up?
what is it?
It's spicy.
Okay.